All right, so let's talk about the easiest way to start a garden. If you're someone who loves flowers, but maybe doesn't love the work starting from scratch, these ready-made Insta-green pots are a game changer. Look at them, perfectly arranged, already thriving, and all you have to do is keep them in the pot, water them, and boom, instant garden. I love to get a sneak peek of what's inside these pots because that means that the root inside is healthy and thriving. They have so much varieties here. I love the calla lilies. They come in yellow, orange, and red, a mixture of wonderful colors. If you live in a zone 7B and below, you'll have to wait until the last frost date to get these planters started. Make sure you put them in full sun though. These planters, which are $24.99 at Lowe's, are really popular, especially for gardeners with a small gardening space. I have to be honest, I am always losing tags. Take a look at these. These are cute herb tags. They are so adorable. This is the first time I'm seeing them at Lowe's, but they are pretty pricey, almost $4, but they add a really cute charm to the garden, especially for herbs. You got rosemary here, basil, probably oregano. Oh, these are just so cute. And just take a look at the design. Thyme, they would be a perfect fit in your garden. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the plastic ones. Sometimes I don't think they're long enough for raised beds. I think these herb stakes are perfect for raised beds, and it adds a lot of elegance to your garden. Now, let's take a look at this greenhouse. If you got this greenhouse, I think it's a huge pass. I got this greenhouse last year and it basically ripped up in the wind. So if you see this, I would suggest you not get it. I'm not a big Miracle-Gro gal, but this is the first time I'm seeing this. Organic planting tablets. All you have to do is just plant them. It will cost you about $10. It claims to be an organic fertilizer, and it can be used on your flowers and on your veggies. This is one of my favorite parts of the garden, roses. Now is the time to start thinking about them. Here's the secret. Roses love to be planted when it's still cool, not freezing. So early spring is the perfect time to plant them. And the varieties here are absolutely beautiful. You got the climbers, the hybrid teas, the knockout roses. I absolutely love knockout roses because they're really beginner friendly. And some here are 2 roses in 1. Lowe's is offering 2 roses for $19.99. You cannot beat that at all. It's right there. It's so pretty. And you can see it's really nice and sturdy. 2 roses for the price of 1. You know I'm going to be planting up some of these babies. Oh my God, take a look at this. Isn't this gorge? Oh my God, this is like a David Austin rose, but half the price. And just take a look at this yellow one. Oh my God, it is so pretty. You know I brought this home with me. And you got the different types of clematises. This is $14.99. You got the red ones, which I really like, and this striped purple one, bicolor one, it's really cute. The silver lace one, which is a draping one, that will be great for a trellis, and the purple ones that you often see in Home Depot. And if you want more for your buck, this is a really good variety. The smaller ones, this is the First Lady. Instead of getting one big bloom, you get more blooms. And what should you do with them? Of course, keep them in full sun. Wait after your last frost date to plant them, and they get to be about 8 to 13 inches. Going back to the roses again, I really like this one, this bicolor pink one. This is so pretty. I can't resist getting elephant ears. It only comes in 1 rhizome, but the problem is, which way do you plant them? The sure way to remember is that the rounded side is the bottom and the slightly pointy concave side is the top. If in doubt, plant it sideways and nature will sort it out for you. And remember, don't plant them too early. The cold soil will stunt its growth. Don't overwater. They like to be moist, not soggy. And don't forget to fertilize. Speaking of fertilizing, hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are typically fertilized in the mid to late spring, and you have the bare roots right here. They also like plenty of water. So whether you're getting a hydrangea or a lilac, the first thing you should remember is to soak the roots. Lots of people skip this, but by giving them a good soak for a few hours helps to wake them up and get them ready to grow. Then plant them in loose, well-draining soil, making sure to spread the roots out. And here's a common mistake. Don't plant them too deep. I did that last time and mine did not grow, make sure you keep the crown of the plant a little above the soil. I like the bare root ones because it's better for those on a budget. If you get a potted hydrangea, that's going to cost you over $25. But again, remember, these need TLC, tender loving care. The lilacs love full sun, while hydrangeas prefer morning sun and afternoon shade. And don't overwater. Since they don't have a lot of roots yet, too much water can cause root rot. So we got red grapes, and we got Concord grapes, and green grapes. But before you start digging holes in your yard, let's talk about how to exactly plant these things. Before you put them in the ground, rehydrate the root. This way, it gives them a better shot at taking off once they're in the ground. And let me tell you something, grapes love the sun, not just like a little sun. They like a lot of sun, 6 to 8 hours of sun. And put them in a south-facing spot with good air circulation. Well draining is the key. If your soil is super heavy and stays wet for too long, your vines are going to struggle. And pro tip here, grapevines need something to climb on. If you don't give them support early, they'll sprawl everywhere and you'll have a tangled mess on your hands. You want more grapes than leaves, so the key is to prune every year. That's the secret to a good harvest. And allow good airflow. That way it will prevent powdery mildew, black rot, or pests from getting on your bare root plants. And lastly, be patient. The hardest part is that bare root plants look completely lifeless for weeks. Some might even take months before they sprout new growth. So don't panic. As long as the roots are alive, the plant is working behind the scenes. And backed by popular demand are the garden perennials. I love these boxes of ready instant plants that you just put in the ground, like these peonies. I happen to have a peony garden of over 20 peonies, and I got a lot of them from these boxes. You have the liatris, commonly known as blazing stars. Then you have the oriental lilies. I have that in my garden. The Asiatic lilies that are absolutely beautiful. They come in orange, yellow, purple, you name it. And of course, you can't beat the coneflower. This is great for beginner gardeners. And looky, we got some clearance plants. Do not sleep on the clearance plants. Lots of these big box stores are making room for their spring inventory, and that means big savings for you on clearance plants. And lots of them are in good shape. You can get them as low as $1 and 50% off. You can't beat that. And check out this self-watering greenhouse for $7.98. Comes with 10 cells to plant your veggies. The best part, it says it is self-watering. And this herb garden grow kit, it comes with 6 herbs that you can put inside. The dish is pretty deep for the herbs. It says that you can use it for oregano, thyme, sweet basil, parsley, sage. Just make sure you put the greenhouse in a well-lit area. I would water at least twice a week. And you got the seed starting cups, which I totally love. I love these cups. The best thing I like about them is that you can put them in your raised bed and forget about them. Here's another greenhouse kit. It only has 12 cells, and that is $6, almost $6. I like to get my grow cups from Dollar Tree. Sometimes I think these products are a little too pricey, but I like these grow-in-one kits because if you're new to gardening, it takes the guesswork out of gardening, and it's a lot easier when you just plant a seed, watch it grow, and then put it in your raised bed. Speaking of seeds, have you started your seeds yet? I just happen to have a video using Dollar Tree seeds. You definitely want to check out that video. Lots of tips there. It's still too early to plant tomatoes, but there's lots of options that are cool weather plants like lettuce, broccoli, kale, garlic. Potatoes are also a cool option. They're really good and they grow well. When I go to these big box stores, I really examine the package. I like to get packaging that is clear where I can actually see the seeds, and I shake them up a little to make sure that there's no mold in them. Try to stay away from the packages that are green because you really can't tell what's inside. And crazy fact, I actually count what's inside the package. I make sure if it says that there is 5 bulbs inside, that there is actually 5 bulbs in the packaging. Remember, a lot of these packagings are being divided by machines. It's not a person doing it. So you may get short ones. So make sure you check before you buy. And I can't wait to plant some strawberries. This will be the second season that I will be planting strawberries. I actually purchased some strawberry towers to put them in. And check out this cute little birdhouse at Lowe's. It is adorable. This would be really nice to attract bee pollinators to your garden. It has that little opening right there. It's absolutely adorable. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, The Determined Gardener. If you got any good information from this video, do me a favor. If you have watched my video for a few times and you haven't subscribed, why don't you just join the family, like this video, and share it with your family and friends. I will be doing lots of gardening videos throughout the months now that it is getting warmer. It is still cold, but it is getting warmer, and I'll be doing lots of more videos showing you tricks and hacks on how to garden on a budget. Meanwhile, speaking of gardening, have you started your seeds planting yet? I just happen to have a video on how to plant seeds using Dollar Tree seeds. You'll definitely want to check out that video. Keep on watching.